Going to take a look at the starting deck here, but then head on break momentarily. 2 hidden passages let us ascend units. This could be an overstack the top floor kind of deck. Pyre Shards add spikes, not bad. Regen's got some potential as well. Cool. Very cool. So feel free to speak amongst yourselves the merits between bristling and cultivating here on the Sentient. I don't like cultivating that much, personally, unless you've got a really good unit to boost the stats of. Although the draw one more each turn aspect is quite nice. So the bristling versus cultivating choice is kind of an interesting one. I like cultivating as a cross path. That 1 extra draw per turn really does go a long way, but you need cheap or at least powerful cards to be able to take advantage of it. Going cultivating is definitely one of the ways that you can lose the first encounter, as cultivating Sentient really has no way to deal with the boss at all. Whereas at least the 10 spikes version can easily clear out problematic backline units as well. Let's see. Spikes lets you do more aggressive picks early on, which can be really important for getting into a winning position. I could see us making a super-powered unit and then duping it, going Merchant of Steel Hellhorns initially. And there's a starting Divine Boons. I like that all the more. Let's go Spikes then. And I'm going to try to get some powerful units to go alongside. +5 attack power on units. That would let the Sentient attack, which may or may not be a good thing. Just 5 attack power is, generally speaking, good, too. Sap Tap is nice. The first time we heal a unit each turn, draw 1. The Restores draw, and so do the Wildwood Saps regen. So even more card draw sounds excellent. Also going to take the starting money. More spikes for more money. Spikes this time on the enemies. Didn't even question whether I should do that. I just took it. And you know what? Felt good. I think we'd like to put Sentient lower down. That way her spikes can weaken things as they ascend. And we'll put a couple Train Stewards up top, probably. Have some regen. Although, notably, if the enemy has no attack power, they can't take spikes damage. Kind of sad. Could use the torches on these, but there's not a whole lot of purpose here. Start dealing damage to this unit. Is there any benefit to the hidden passage? I don't really feel like there is. Okay, that means we'll only lose 3 Pyre health to this Disciple Protector. Probably want to get Sentient's health back up here. Boss is about to come in, and their relentless property means that we'll go back and forth in combat with the Sentient until one side is wiped out completely. If we have enough regen and enough spikes, we can beat the boss before this unit gets to the Pyre and does 5 more damage. I'm not sure if Pyre Shards or Hidden Passage works better here. So currently the boss is taking 108. Oh, because of lifesteal. So they're taking 130 damage. They're getting hit 13 times. So this is going to add 13 times 4 additional damage. That should be enough. Good. Yeah, I don't ever see the first combat going this well without taking the... If we took the cultivating line, I don't think it would end too well for us. Cool. So we're already filthy rich. That's a good sign. I like Glimmer here as a way to hit backline enemies and as a way to activate our Sap Tap. Really good card from the Awoken clan. Very good with bonus spell power, too. As the spell power affects both the healing and the damage. Do I want to solidify the strategy here and take a third hidden passage? I think I do. I think I do. More on that later. But essentially, the idea is we get a big, beefy unit and make multiple copies of it. Quick. Ah, Demon Fiend. Although I can't play the Demon Fiend. That's right, Ascended units go behind. Correct. And the Merchant of Steel is here, yes? Honestly, Steelworker will be quite good with what I'm looking to do. Let's take a Steelworker. Although I don't particularly like Quick as an upgrade on the Steelworker. Which makes me want to consider rerolling here. Still gonna need some damage to deal with the wave, that's right. And the base damage of the Steelworker is not that high. I don't really like Rage as the way to get that damage. I would prefer a real stat up. So for what we're going to do, what upgrade would be good on Steelworker? Attack power up, multi-strike would be okay. Large Stone would be excellent. Large Stone is probably the big winner. Endless. That's not it. I'll take a Strength Stone, though. Just 10 attack power. I'm quite okay with that. And perhaps I might as well upgrade the health. I think I'm relatively likely to duplicate this unit at the Hell Vent. Although I wouldn't hate just getting more units, period. We're going to be visiting a lot of Merchants of Steel on this run. Although, actually, there aren't very many, so no, I'm not. There are no Merchants of Steel between Ring 3 and Ring 6. Bummer. Alright. Have some stats. Sort of an underwhelming floor there, but that's okay. And 10 magic power piercing, that's what we want to put on Glimmer. Glimmer with piercing is just crazy good. Armor 10 for a unit draft. I was just thinking a good unit to infuse into Steelworker would mean going for the Hell Vent would be more reasonable. Armor 10 could be a bit of an issue, but the Piercing Glimmer will help a lot. I think we can handle this. I almost always go for unit draft rewards in the early trials. Fortunately, that means that the Sentient won't kill units that normally have 1 health. That is a bit of an issue, actually. Although if we add 4 more spikes to her, she'll be fine. Okay, let's try the ascending strategy here. The idea being that we're going to keep playing units on the middle floor and using our Ascend spells to put them behind our Steelworker to get lots of units that are getting armor. Oh, that give you 1 attack power so you die? That's kind of sad. Okay, no Glimmer yet. It's a little unfortunate. So, this unit will get to hit the pyre 1 time. Pretty minor damage, ultimately. We just had to make sure we don't play excessive spells here. I will play the regen, but not the restores. Or the torch. Well, I guess we can torch here. That's fine. Piercing Glimmer here or Piercing Glimmer here? Piercing Glimmer up here. In fact, this fellow doesn't even die yet, huh? Awkward. I'm going to separate this archer from the boss with Ascend. And we're going to get more spikes, but it does mean taking 6 more pyre damage, unfortunately. Just a little bit short of getting that top guy. Here, you actually just stack regen. Yeah, just stack regen. Having lots of regen will allow the Sentient to stay in combat with the boss for far longer, meaning way more spikes damage gets done. To the top with you. Have fun. You can see without the damage from the upgraded Steelworker behind, we really wouldn't be able to beat the boss. So we're just barely holding strong for the moment. Don't think we need another Glimmer, nor a Steel Enhancer here. I find a lot of the Woken cards are surprisingly skippable. I'm gonna skip. Get 10 more dollars here. Horn Break is okay for being piercing, but again, we've got Glimmer. Gonna skip these as well. And here are some units. A Sweeper could be powerful. Rail Beater can apply melee weakness. The Animus of Speed attacks before enemies do. All are kind of useful. None of these have essences that would make me want to infuse them into the Steelworker, though. Which means we are almost assuredly not going to the Hellvent. I'll take Husk Hermit. Sweep is very nice, although we kind of already have Sweep in the form of the spikes on our champ. What we'd actually almost prefer is something that hits the front line for a ton of damage. But Multi-Strike can help a lot. And we're also going to get another unit here. Ah, oh my, Apex Imp shows up. As does Alpha Fiend. And I think both of these have a lot of potential. Alpha Fiend with Multi-Strike scales its attack power quite rapidly. Or Apex Imp, when armored, gains rage equal to the amount of armor gain. So Apex Imp works with anything that provides armor. Oh my, Steelworker provides armor. Yeah, I'll take Apex Imp. With Steelworker, that's going to be pretty nuts. We like to call that a combo. And we could just directly give rage here. But I may want to reroll. Oh, actually, let's add rage to the sweeper. That's going to make more sense. Armor 10, rage 10. Can't get the Incant Armor Stone. No, that requires Stygian. So that Armor Stone on Apex Imp is unique to Stygian Hellhorns. Very powerful interaction, though. Yes. Spikes. Oh, we do get quick. Okay, you're quick now. I think we want the Imp quick, not the Husk Hermit, right? Pretty sure we want the Imp to be quick. Let's do it. And you can have some spikes. Or maybe just a battle stone. Just a battle stone. Okay. I think we're in a really good position now. Do I want to add intrinsic to anything? Not really. Do I want to sacrifice one of these units to another one? We could sack the Steelworker. Heck, we could stack the Steelworker into the Apex Imp and have the Apex Imp be self-enraging. And then we would just want a bunch of them, right? Although we can do that at this temple. Yeah, and then dupe them? Yeah. Then we have 3 Apex Imps on the same floor. They each get 15 armor and 30 rage every turn. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. But yeah, I don't see that we need to do that yet, so I won't do that yet. What we got here? A Cave of 1,000 Eyes. Sack health, huh? We can do that. We can do that. We get the rail hammer. Oh my god, that was so worth it. Oh my god. So 4 more armor each time it's applied to friendly units. So now Apex Imp gets more armor when summoned and more armor from each Steelworker. If we dupe the Steelworker, then oh man. It's going to get extra juicy, extra stupid. You just have to make sure we don't die in this fight, which I think is pretty doable. We just go top floor setup here. Although I could see the problem being with Ascend here, yeah? I think for that reason we might want to put Sentient on the bottom, Steelworker on top here. Yes. Let's do that. You need some regen. Draw first. Okay, yeah, so that lets us get the Apex Imp and the Steelworker on the same floor, which is really important here. You're dead. I think I'm okay with that. Going up. Sweeper just kills all of this, yeah? Actually, just even better. Don't need to worry about that haste. Just watch him grow. More haste. Easy. I don't think I'd seen the Apex Imps animation before. So, like, the head first. It's great. That's good. Here, join the ranks, Train Steward. Why not? It's beautiful. Meep. GG. First boss down with absolutely no problems. Would anyone like a One-Horns Tome? Actually, Channel Song seems unironically very good. As we're going to have enough units in this deck that surely we can draw something with bonus stats. Let's try a Channel Song here. I don't think this is the run for Shattered Shell. Although we could consider adding more units. You can put up to 7 units on one floor. We're only going to have 3 Apex Imps at most here, I think. But I don't think we want any of these. Don't think so. Could grab one of the hollows and put him in the ranks. We do have regen to make these work quite well also. Yeah, actually, the Awoken Hollow isn't terrible here. You know what? Sure. Welcome to the team. We're going to want more card draw. It's really important that we get these hidden passages consistently. We don't care about capacity whatsoever. And there's other ways to get Ember, the energy. I take card draw after the first major boss 70% of the time, I'd say. And it works out quite well for me. So do we just take a cheap remove 2 here? Or do I want to look at some spell upgrades and maybe even one more unit banner? Is there such a thing as too many units? Card removes are pretty tempting here. Don't really see what an Awoken Banner would do. And I do like the health. Yeah, let's go this way. Take the cheap removes and the artifact. 3 more magic power, or when a friendly unit is healed, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to the amount of healing. That's actually kind of relevant here because of our max health units. That said, add 3 more magic power to make the restores and the torches that much more impactful. It's also pretty good here in the mid game. I'm going to take the Tempered Talisman. Seems quite effective, actually. And as ever, Train Stewards are the first to leave. Worth getting a holdover on one of the hidden passages? I think so. I think that would help a lot. Or even just permafrost. We want to go further down card draw lane. We could cross path into cultivating instead of getting additional spikes here. We stay at 10 spikes and draw 1 more each turn. I think now that we have Apex Imp, that's kind of reasonable, actually. And the more we draw, again, the more consistent the hidden passage thing is going to be. So yeah, I think it's cultivating time. What's up, FaZe Juicebox? Life's good. Heal all health when moving up a floor. For the enemies, that could be pretty nasty, actually. This is definitely a trial that can spell the end of a run pretty quickly, and I don't think the random artifact is going to be worth it all that much. Arguably, we've already gotten the best of the artifacts for this build, although Resonant Shard would go pretty hard also. Let's draw one here. Aha. I'm going to put Steelworker on the top, Awoken Hollow in the middle. I want to be able to get the Apex Imp on the top floor ASAP. Gonna have limited energy next turn, unfortunately. Interesting problem. Ooh, and I drew Glimmer. No, I think we need to play the Husk Hermit here. This big guy in the back is going to cause us some problems. Had we taken the trial, he might be game over for us. Of course we drew Channel Song too late. One available. That means it can draw me a Train Steward. Admittedly a 2020 Train Steward. That damage, though. Minus 59. Close, but no cigar, unfortunately. And that's accounting for the 8 here, so it's actually minus 67. So that means if I torch you, you actually die, right? That's right. Easy. So far, this appears to be working. Gordon says, I find it interesting that I removed the stewards before bad spells. Usually did it the other way because you feel like stewards exhaust themselves when you play them. To some extent that's true, but I'll note a couple of things. One, in Monster Train, most combats are so short in duration, especially in the mid-game and early game, that you aren't really redrawing any cards anyway. Maybe you're seeing half the deck a second time. But for the most part, you don't really get to redraw unless you've got big draw investment or a lot of removals already. 2, in order to play the stewards and have them exhaust themselves, you still need to have space on the train and a floor in which to do so, and that's not always available, especially on this run. Floor space is a premium. I really need the escalator ride to be available for our big beefy units to be deployed in the middle and then sent up to the top. So I have no room to play stewards without blocking my own future plays, and I don't want to do that. Big Stewie. Yeah. Depending on the combat, having units that deploy and then immediately die can be a detriment as well. If the enemies gain stats or armor. So that's also a potential problem. There's Ascend. You go up top. Have some regen. That said, it can absolutely be correct to remove other starter cards first. I think it's just important to emphasize that card removals are very powerful in Monster Train, so seek them out and get rid of those stinky stuff. Take that. And here I'm actually going to ascend the boss, because this boss gains a combat bonus at the end of each round. So they'll be weaker if we send them up earlier. It's also going to be a score bonus. Meep. Ensnare. Root an enemy, preventing it from climbing to the next floor. That's always a good one. Bramble Lash could be nice with this version of Sentient. Like a good old Ensnare. No problem with that. We have no imps at all. Battering Ram doesn't seem... but actually, it could be kind of insane. I don't think we're going to need it, but there's some hilarious options with Battering Ram. Do we have any consume cards that I'd like to return? Could be a way to get Wildwood Sap back, the Impish Scholar. So if we're looking to stack regen, which is pretty difficult to do as a winning strategy, that you could do that. But I don't recommend. Actually, there's some other serious nonsense we can do with Impish Scholar. Maybe I should take it. You know what? I am going to take it. Apex Imp is also an imp. That's also true. Terrifying. Remove 2 and get a Concealed Caverns. Problem is we don't have enough money for a Merchant of Trinkets to be very appealing. We're going to fuse our Steelworker and the Apex Imp on this floor so that we can start to duplicate the Unholy Combination next floor. So yeah, we should grab this Merchant of Magic, I think, is what I learned here. Holdover is available. So yes, we can have a Holdover, 0-cost Hidden Passage. I think that's probably a good idea. Let's add Consume to one of these torches. 25 damage. Do I reroll? We're going to go to this Merchant of Steel. In that case... Oh, but there's bonus money right here? Yeah, let's reroll. Oh, we can get Channel Song back. I didn't think about that. It's funny. What upgrades were in the temple? Also a good question. Wouldn't mind an 8 on Channel Song, hilariously. So I'll make that free. 30 magic power and intrinsic. Oh, there is intrinsic. Alright, Channel Song. You're intrinsic now. Wah. With the Extreme Stone, we could boost the heck out of Glimmer if we wanted to. What does Intrinsic do? Intrinsic means it'll show up in our opening turn 1 hand, which is a bit of a big deal. I'm going to skip the Extreme Stone. Did I get my discount here? I did. Just add 10 more magic power to it instead of 30. Let's do that. Innate Trinsic. Innate with extra steps. What do you got? Apex Ultra Imp. Go, my child. Yes. My big child. Music in this game is too good. Way too good. So I could get back Channel Song. It's kind of funny. Lots of things to do this turn. I want to kill the Collector. I don't feel obliged to keep Sentient alive, so I'm not going to bother. The bonus draw is definitely what she's there for, and losing that is a little sad. Guess I could put Husk Hermit in front, and then don't lose Sentient? Okay, sure. Just to keep that plus draw alive for a bit longer. You stay where you are. The wall. That's funny. Wall versus wall. Let's see. Let's return a consumed spell. What do we get? The torch. Looks familiar. Could ascend this imp. Don't really feel the need to. Top floor is doing just fine. Have some healing. The stats. Which now they have actual attack power. How did this guy end up with 12? Hello? Bird nerd. Hey, you can't go to the top. That's not allowed. Alright, you're gonna get left behind. You're gonna scout ahead. Have some regen. So the cultivate keyword on our holo here means that every time they're healed, the unit on the floor with the lowest stats, or actually specifically the lowest health, gets a stat bonus, both attack and defense. That's pretty dang strong. GG. Get kabonked. More ways to heal. Restoring friendly units to full health is particularly nice with the Awoken Holo. And just high health units in general. Let's grab a heal to full card. Inferno is also here. Second Impish Scholar. I think I'd rather just give Endless to the one that we have. I want Inferno. We're mostly doing a one-floor setup. Inferno makes a lot of sense. I think it's really hard to go wrong with an Inferno in a Hellhorn build. Oh, what an exciting floor. 2 artifacts. We lose the last 2 Train Stewards. And get a new Apex Imp. Dupe. Five more health. Kind of whatever. Golden Vault is also kind of whatever. Sure, give everybody 5 hit points. And 10 cards on turn 1. One of my favorites. Sure. Let's just get a head start on the run here. And lets me pick something other than card draw from the second major boss reward, Fell. Box of Imps. Actually, Channel Song, I think, gets a little bit worse. Hilariously. It's alright. Uber Scholar. Wait, he can return the Channel Song. Wait a minute. Alright, these two are just gonna go absolutely mental. It really doesn't matter. I think I can just end turn and win the whole fight if I just keep clicking end turn. But we'll play some other cards. We'll do it. Leaving the bottom floor unoccupied because of our Inferno. Going up. We're already at 96 times 2. Give him all the armor you want, Fel. Uh-oh. One available. The power. They get 18 rage per turn. Yes. Yes, they do. It's very stupid. The best kind of stupid. I can't even target my own units accurately anymore. Because the Apex Imp gains rage whenever it gains armor, and the Steelworker Infusion is giving everybody armor, with a bonus from the Railhammer. Full explanation as to why this is happening. Here. Have fun. You too. Just because I could. Why does this game look more complicated than Spire? Because there's more pieces on the board. Ultimately, I think the decision-making of this game is less complicated than Spire, but in terms of, like, what's actually happening each turn, what all the mechanics that are interacting and occurring, there's a lot more going on, and it definitely makes the game a bit more visually and mentally busy, for sure. Going up. Bonk. Aha, I was hoping we would see this. Okay, Reinforce says double the amount of armor on a unit. It also says Consume. I actually am going to take more Ember here, now that we have a big expensive 3-cost card to play. More involved than Spire. That's a way to describe it. Also says double the amount of rage. Well, not quite. It gain rage equal to the amount of armor that you just gain, which may or may not be more or less than the rage you have. Cultivate 2. Sure, your spikes don't matter. You get a multi-strike. Everybody gets a multi-strike. No endless, though. Bummer. So I'll just purge a torch. Actually, we'll purge 2 cards. Another torch. Actually, I maybe should be purging consume cards that I don't want to use. Food for thought. I see that we're facing units that add stinky curse cards, so we're gonna not deploy on the... Although I can't use Ascend. No, we have to go top. That means we're gonna get saddled with curses. I don't love that. I don't love that. We could go mid. Mid is an option. Yeah, mid is an option. This will actually kill the curse thing on the bottom floor. That's another option is we just use Husk Hermit Sentient to solve the bottom floor and then go top. Let's do that. Really good use of Channel Song, actually. I'm kind of impressed. You should make Channel Song 0 cost. Going up. this here. You're not going anywhere. Perfect. Could elevate one or more things here, but I actually really like the setup we have going on. Stack stuff. Go to the back of the next line. Seems fine. How does this compare to Across the Obelisk in terms of mechanics, buffs, debuffs? Handy dandy combat calculator does all the hard thinking for you. You're always shown the exact health change for every unit on every floor, which makes it really easy to, even though there's a lot of stuff happening in Monster Train, just by focusing on the number change of health for each unit, you can get a quick understanding of what's happening and which mechanics are sort of prevailing and overwhelming. Makes it a lot more digestible to me, personally. But perhaps I simply haven't played enough Across the Obelisk. Alright, have 72 more armor. And 72 more rage. Easy. That's true. It is possible for the combat calculator to be inaccurate, although it's almost always totally correct for Monster Train. Almost. Hello, Mr. Big Pants. I will flee from you. Carefully cultivated this build. Spiker goes in the back. That's just how it is. GG. Look at that attack power. The absolute bunketing. Descend a unit. No. Way to apply a little bit of rage. No good, though. Is the Discord server the only place you can see the daily schedule? At the moment, I think that's true. Let me just double check whether it's on the website or not. No, that just redirects to the Discord. Yes, the daily schedule is only posted on Discord. I haven't made it all that much visible because I haven't been that truthful to it, admittedly. Sometimes I promise a game and then I change my mind last minute. Would be just the worst if we had a third Apex imp, right? Just awful. Truly unbearable. And you? Spell chain. Spell Chain. Units cost -2, also kind of useful. Let's take Forever Flame. Don't accidentally remove the imp. Don't worry, I've got a backup. Ooh, upgrade slot for spells. Hold on. Can I actually afford to do what I want to do with that? Mostly I can just do one particularly good spell, and it's sufficiently good that I might just do it. Alternately, I can just buy some removes. Although we're already going to be able to remove some of the important stuff here, which is the things that consume that I don't want to get back when I play the imp. All right, I'm going to do it. That's right, Spell Chain Reinforce. Twitch chat knows what I've got my brain on. Twitch chat knows. Could have just had Eternal Stone on it instead. But I think this is going to be better. One has to believe that this will be better than that. Third imp. All right. Let's see Seraph try to stop this. Oh, baby, a triple. Seems like a good start. Okay, so that's guaranteed to return Channel Song now. Probably don't want that. So 27 armor, 27 rage to each imp each turn. Going up. I should have skipped the Channel Song in the first place so that we could guarantee getting the reinforced card back. But this will do, definitely. So you're telling me this is how much damage? Reinforce. Reinforce again. 502 times 2. Why don't you come up and say hello, Seraph? And just lose 1500 HP. That sounds real good like. Seraph, come back! Thank you. Alright, does it happen? That's the most important question. Ah, we got the channel song instead. We'll have to not make that mistake against Last Divinity if we want things to go quickly. I suppose. Oh, hello. Okay, Sentient, you should be at full health. Inferno lethal. On us, yes. Note that Inferno has piercing, so you can't block it with armor. The imps will not survive. Come say hello. Going up. Could almost win by hidden passaging one of these fools. Just kill Seraph next turn. Is the game usually this bright and colorful? Yeah, that's sort of the visual style of Monster Train. Can be a bit overwhelming at times. It's true. Boop. That poor guy. Stabbed in the gut by a horned imp. It's a tough way to go. So our final combatant for the run, the Last Divinity, either in victory or defeat. The Last Divinity's endless destruction rages on. This boss is present on all 3 floors simultaneously, which is actually a gigantic liability for this boss. Alright, we are using Channel Song. We didn't get triple imp turn 1. We didn't even get a single imp turn 1. There's single imp turn 1. You're in front, buddy. You're going in the middle. Actually, no, we're not going to be having room. Yes, everything is to capacity. Okay, yes, you can go middle now. Draw 1. Great. Alright, we'll glimmer these fools. I'm just going to ensnare the divinity for 1 draw next turn. And cultivate. So it'll take a few turns for our engine to get going, but once it's going, we're going to be very, very, very strong. There's the other imps. So we can do Apex Imp, Ascend, Apex Imp, Ascend. Stick the Husk Hermit here. And I suppose we heal to full now. Never did get Endless on Scholar. It's alright. Tatsunoku SC2, thanks for the Prime sub. Appreciate you keeping it cozy. Getting cozy. The combo, though. It's Currently, we only have 27 armor on these. I think we can benefit by waiting on Reinforce, at least for a little bit. And we want to keep our Sentient alive as well. Let's employ Inferno on the bottom floor here. This wave's a bit problematic. The first one that's really nasty. These enemies gain armor whenever anything on the floor dies. Makes it a really durable wave, but one Inferno really changes that. To the top. You know what? You too. Everybody up. Now we have 2 floors I can Inferno on as well. Okay, here we should use, I think, Reinforce. And I'm going to put it on the rearmost imp. We're going to double Reinforce. We want the imp that attacks the last to be doing the most damage so that the damage can be applied to the boss. So, this imp. '88 Rage. Let's go. That spikes, okay. Let me be free. All right, Impish Scholar, show them what you can do. Fair enough. You tried. And that's what counts. A bit of an impotent effort. Did get to double our double rage, but that's fine. I guess 200 rage will have to do. Really, I didn't expect to get a whole lot out of that without finding Endless at the Merchant of Steel. Here, you don't do that. 1,000 damage this turn. Seems like all is going pretty well. Guessing we win in 2 turns. Nope, we win right now. Even better. GG. Nice early kill on Divinity with Raging Imps. Pretty dang powerful. Bye-bye.